When someone's charged with a sex crime, typically the emotional state that they're in, it varies, but it's usually scared, frightened. Just the allegation of that particular type of crime can be devastating for people. It's not something that you wipe away. And so you could be 100% innocent and, have a complete falsified charge, but having that kind of allegation against you is terrifying. And so the first thing that we try to do is lower the person's stress level. We do it by providing information. When we're talking about criminal law, one of the biggest and scariest things is the unknown. And so by being able to be intelligent and be able to articulate exactly what is happening now and what is going to happen next and the steps and the processes, having that knowledge allows people to actually be able to kind of start to think forward through it, with our guidance, of course. We want to take that as much pressure off people's shoulders as possible, and the best way to be able to do that is by being informative. The biggest mistake people can make when facing a sex crime charge is talking to the police, especially with those types of charges. The very first instinct, it's human nature, to cry your innocence. This is not me. However, when you're speaking with the police, nothing that you say is used to help you. It's always used, can and will be used against you in a court of law. There's nothing in those Miranda warnings that we hear on television that says, oh, but if you say stuff that will help you, they'll use them to help. That's not the goal. So before you talk to law enforcement, get an attorney. If someone's looking for an attorney to represent them when they've been accused of some type of sex crime, they need to find an attorney that has experience in this. Sex crimes themselves, first off, they have a huge stigma attached to them. Everybody, as soon as they see even just that allegation, we're climbing Everest, it's an uphill battle. So although there's a presumption of innocence, this is one of those crimes where everybody is going to throw the presumption out the window until we pull it back in. So you need to have someone who has experience in these type of charges. And in fact, because these types of charges are so personal, there's additional rules of law that any attorney that represents people on these types of charges needs to be aware of. You can't go with just a generalist. You need to have someone who actually knows the law and has done this type of work before. If someone's sitting on the fence about contacting an attorney because they're afraid, perhaps financial reasons, the idea that attorney fees are expensive and they're charged with a serious sex crime, my advice is don't wait. Every single second you give your attorney to be able to assist you is going to help you in your defense. In addition to that, you need to be protected with investigations and with interviews with law enforcement. And additionally, I would say, whatever that attorney costs, we're talking about serious felony charges that can have lifelong effects on you, even if they don't end up as final convictions. The value that you're looking at there is your life, and how much is that worth?